I'ma charge it to the game. 438 is not a game. It's just a music thing.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up
with the Houston Texans. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Here's Harris to return it.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Love. They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a give to Edmonds. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Running left, here's Edmonds. Edmonds a 1st down and more. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
third down. Here's Hill. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
Here's Harris to return it.
And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On play action, Love to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross.
And this one is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll try the left side. Edmonds. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Tackle made by Chase Young.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the carry, it's Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the ground, it's Edmonds. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They run with Edmonds. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves him looking at a 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the...
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Edmonds. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Chase Edmonds. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Off the play fake, Love. And that's complete. Alberto Cuebuna. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. So nothing doing there. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Finding Harris over the middle. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Love, they go play action now.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Love now. And he finds McLaurin. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Again, it's Love. Caught on the slant.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington able to make this a close game again. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
McCann's got it teed up.
Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Edmonds. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. They run the counter. Edmonds.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Second down and another run with Edmonds. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run it here with Edmonds. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Faking the give. Now Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Oh, what a juke into space.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
On the give, this is Hubbard.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Love looking to throw it. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Here's Love. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Jimmy Moreland.
It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Play action this time with Love. That's complete. Okuebunam.
Not much there, only a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Love checks this down to Hubbard.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Throwing. Love.
He'll dump this one off to Hubbard.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
To the air again, Love. Over the middle, complete. That's Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Love to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Love. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And the Texans are going to have it here just past the 25. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. On first down, it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Hill again on 2nd down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Harris. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Love's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Escaping the pressure right.
He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now this throw caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On play action. Love to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. John Ross. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
So they get the score still down, but bottom line is they kept themselves in the game.
They did keep hope alive, Brandon. That's exactly what they did. Now they've got to deliver and finish things off.
Love throwing for it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
McCann's got it teed up. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. This is Harris. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They're all through up in Detroit, and the Cowboys have wound up winning that one. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough. And these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jimmy Moreland. And the Texans have just about sewn